What is Parkinson's disease? This is the second most common neurodegenerative disorder, or a disorder that involves your brain and the neurons in your brain that slowly break down over time. The average onset is 60 years old, with it being 1.5 times more common in men than in women. There are multiple types of Parkinson's disease, including primary or idiopathic, secondary, vascular, and Parkinson's plus. The exact cause of the disease is unknown, but scientists believe it is due to both genetic and environmental factors that accumulate in the body over time. The main chemical involved is dopamine, which is mainly involved in happiness, euphoria, addiction, and movement, but today we'll focus on its role in movement. Dopamine is produced in dopamine cell bodies in the substantia nigra of your midbrain. When these cell bodies begin to break down over time, there's a decrease in the production of dopamine, and this decrease in production leads to a decrease in motor function. Typically, your cells are able to adapt to this, but by the time you experience symptoms, you will have a 60% neuron loss and 80% loss in dopamine. This decrease in dopamine leads to rigidity and stiffness, as well as the hallmark symptom, which is a decreased amount of voluntary and automatic movements. The most common symptoms of the disease include slow movement, reduced movement, postural instability, walking difficulties, and trouble speaking or speaking in a low volume. Common non-motor symptoms include sweating, sexual dysfunction, and most commonly, fatigue. What does this look like for you? The average onset of no symptoms is 5 years, with the median onset of progressing symptoms of 13 years. It is important to note that there is no cure for this disease, but there is medical management and physical therapy to slow the progression of both non-motor and motor symptoms. The most common form of medical management alongside physical therapy includes the drug levodopa or L-Dopa. This drug is meant to increase the production of dopamine in your brain. This increase in dopamine leads to both faster and more control over your movements. In addition to medical management, you should also regularly see your physical therapist, who is a trained professional in helping you increase your strength, balance, and motor control. This will most importantly keep you doing what you love to do.